Hi again, everybody. Welcome on in. We're at the Hilton Scottsdale Resorts. This is the site of what was supposed to be the 2020 National Football Foundation Valley of the Sun Chapter Scholar Athlete Award Banquet. This is a big-time event. COVID-19 wiped it out, but we said, fear not. We're going to do this show on the Football AZ program. This ballroom is supposed to be filled. This event every year is the signature event, bar none, on the high school and college level. When you're a scholar athlete, that's something you can take with you the rest of your life. Now, on tonight's show, we'll have the Distinguished Arizonans. We'll have the Frank Cush Award winner. We'll have the Hat Award. We'll have the Scholar Athlete, and much, much more, all straight ahead on tonight's show. But to get things started, let's bring in Ron Dillatush from the National Football Foundation.
Thanks very much, Brad. On behalf of our chairman, Archie Manning, and our president, Steve Hatchell, I want to welcome you to tonight's Valley of the Sun Award show. Now, due to the COVID-19 situation we are all facing, this event is being held remotely because we wanted to make sure that we followed through and honor some very special people. The National Football Foundation was founded in 1947, and since that time, we have promoted the game of football at the college and high school level. We've celebrated excellence on the field through the College Football Hall of Fame. We recognize excellence in the classroom through the William V. Campbell Trophy and our many scholar athlete programs, and also through our chapter system of 120 chapters around the country. The Valley of the Sun chapter is one of the premier chapters in the entire NFF network. Tonight, we'll hear about you amazing young men who did it right on the football field and in the classroom, and will continue your journey in college. Congratulations, guys. Well done. We will also recognize some outstanding leaders in the community who give back for the good of the game. I want to send out a special congratulations to tonight's distinguished Arizonans, Bill and Ginny Riddle. No one is more deserving of this honor than Bill and Ginny. They have committed decades of supporting success on the field and off the field. Back in 2000, Bill and Ginny received the NFF's highest chapter award, the Chapter Leadership Award, for commitment to the Valley of the Sun chapter. Now, that was 20 years ago, and yet they still volunteered their time for the good of the game in Phoenix. They are special people, and I want to thank them for all of their dedication to the National Football Foundation. I hope you enjoyed tonight's program. Congratulations to all the scholar athletes, all their parents and their coaches. Congratulations to all the award winners. Enjoy tonight's celebration. Stay safe, and we will all get through this. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
Thanks, Ron, for those opening comments. Our first award tonight for the 2020 National Football Foundation Valley of the Sun Chapter Awards is the Fiesta Bowl Scholar Athlete of the Year. Sandy Charles now with Jake Martinelli, quarterback from Horizon.
Jake, what does winning this Scholar Athlete of the Year award mean to you?
I think it's a good representation of all hard work I've put in. Being a scholar athlete is something I've prided myself on for years, since grades kind of became a thing when I started getting A, B's, and C's instead of, like the elementary school. I've always, I've had plenty of coaches from youth ball till high school. They're always pushing for your grades, and I took that extremely seriously. And obviously, hard work's going to pay off, and keeping my grades up while still excelling on the football field is, it's exactly what I set out to do. Becoming a Scholar Athlete of the Year, I couldn't say that was on my list. Never thought I'd reach that point, but getting there really does feel good, and it feels good to be appreciated.
What was it about South Dakota School of Mines that made you want to go there?
Like I've said this whole time, the combination of academics and athletics at a school like that is second to none. I mean, I've wanted to do engineering for as long as I can remember, chemical engineering, but I mean, they got a whole brand new coaching staff. I really clicked with all of them. The first second I got to South Dakota, right off the plane in the airport, and it's always been kind of one of my dream schools, and for it to be a possibility was even fantastic. And then when I got up there and talked with the coaches and saw what the future holds, I just couldn't. It's an offer you can't pass up, and I had no hesitation. Offered at night, committed in the morning. I mean, there was no hesitation there.
What are you hoping to leave behind to the underclassmen at Horizon?
That's something, our whole entire class wanted to do. We wanted to kind of set the bar for these next classes. I think we did a great job as a class. Coming into Horizon, our team had gone 0-10, and then this year finishing 9-2 was everything we had set out to accomplish. And I hope the younger underclassmen kind of see, how dedicated we were. I feel like this class was just so close too. And we kind of inspired that togetherness throughout the whole program. And I hope that just continues to grow.
I'm Eric Sorensen. It's time to announce our Fiesta Bowl Charities Special Honors Scholarship winners. Brady J. Finnerty from Baghdad High School holds a 3.9 grade point average. Mingus Union's Ryan P. Griffin, who they call Gronk, carries a 3.85 GPA. Next is Maryvale's Kelvin S. Lopez and his 3.51 GPA for the Panthers. And finally, Christian Welch from Sedona Red Rock, who sports a 3.95 GPA. Those are the Fiesta Bowl Charities Special Honors Scholarship winners.
And now here's more of the Scholar Athletes from the 2020 National Football Foundation Valley of the Sun Awards Banquet. Hey, make sure you check out all of our content at sports360az.com. Guys, it's at sports360az.com. Welcome back here to the Hilton Scottsdale, and we appreciate all their support with the National Football Foundation Valley of the Sun chapter through the years. Again, this year's banquet canceled out by COVID-19, but we're doing it remotely. It's the right thing to do for all of these kids. Time now for the Frank Cush Coaching Award. This award, after the legendary Coach Cush, goes to an assistant coach this year, first time ever. Mark Tucker from Hamilton High School. Tuck has been on the sidelines for the Huskies for 20 years. Mark graduated from USC, went to the NFL, played for the Arizona Rattlers. Not only does he coach, he also is part of Phoenix Fire, a fireman getting it done in the community and then on the sidelines. I caught up with him earlier on firefighting and this award. Phoenix Fire. Talk to the audience a little bit about what you do at Phoenix Fire, what drew you that direction to be a firefighter, how do you balance being a firefighter and an offensive line coach and pouring into kids? It can't be easy.
I'm definitely busy. It's funny because every time I talk to people about, what I do, because I'm also a substitute teacher, so my days off, I'm off shift, I'm a substitute teacher. Office line coach, firefighter on shift. I'm extremely blessed, man, because there's people that I know would love to trade places with me. I mean, I could be somebody that has absolutely nothing going on in my life and trying to find a direction or whatever. And, I was fortunate enough to, get into firefighting. It's been 8 years, it'll be 8 years in July. Just recently promoted to engineer. So I get to drive big red truck around, and that's that. Every day I go to that job, man. It's I don't know. I can't put it into words because I wasn't a kid that dreamed about being a firefighter as a kid. It was something that came up as an adult, and in the grand scheme of things, it's something I never thought I'd be capable of doing. I never imagined myself driving a fire truck, but I never imagined myself in a fire uniform. Just the whole this whole thing is a dream come true. It's a testament to hard work, dedication, and everything that we talk about. In regards to life, in regards to football. So I'm thankful for my successes, man. I know I've worked my tail off for them, and I had a kid yesterday, Casey Tucker, played for me, played with my son a number of years ago, and he tweeted out that he's never seen me take my foot off the gas pedal. And I told him, I go, I never saw him do it either. And he goes, well, I had to learn it from somewhere. So I just try to be an example to the kids, man. I'm not perfect by any stretch, but I try to walk the walk. And, I tell the kids, I don't make you do anything or push you to do anything that I haven't already been through. My job is as a coach, it's bigger in this day and age because, it was it was like that when I was a kid, but I think it's even more so now because the kids have so many outside influences. But as a football coach, you're a surrogate father, you're a mentor, you're in addition to the parents. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and I just try to be a positive influence, man, and actually be an active example of working hard and dreaming high and setting your goals and attaining things. So, yeah, man, I'm just blessed.
Frank Cush Lifetime Achievement Coaching Award, the first ever assistant coach to receive it. Tell me about that.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's definitely an honor because I know that it goes normally to a head football coach. I'm just thankful everybody appreciates my effort. Again, I love kids. I love football. Without football, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't have a college degree. I wouldn't have a career as a firefighter. I wouldn't be a football coach. I wouldn't, football has made everything happen for me. And it's a blessing, man. I'm as you can tell, I'm just kind of speechless. It's just, it means the world to me because, again, it goes to normally a head coach, and he's the guy who's the guy whose face is out there. The head coach is he's the primary voice on Friday night, and he's the guy on Saturday morning. His name's in the paper because he's the guy who leads the program, and I'm thankful that people have recognized my work and they appreciate it, and I'm just, like I said, I'm just humbled, man. It means a lot.
Congratulations on the award, Mark.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm Jordan Ham, and now it's time to recognize the NFF Valley of the Sun Fiesta Bowl Charities Scholar Athletes. ASU wide receiver Kyle Williams tallied over 1,500 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns in 3 seasons with the Sun Devils. The 7-time Scholar Baller landed on the Dean's List 3 times in his college career and was named a 2019 Pac-12 All-Academic Honor Roll member. Away from the field, the biomedical engineering major was a research intern at the distinguished Mayo Clinic in Scottsdale. Ottawa linebacker Marcos Garcia helped lead the Spirit to an NAIA playoff appearance in the program's second year of existence and tallied 122 tackles, 5 pass deflections, and 3 fumble recoveries in 2 years of play. An MBA student with a financial emphasis, Garcia held a 3.78 GPA and hopes to become an entrepreneur. Joey Gatewood balanced type 1 diabetes and football and thrived on the gridiron for Chris Ball and the NAU Lumberjacks. The 2019 captain played a number of different roles for the team and made an impact off the field, educating others on diabetes and assisting at the battered women's shelter. He made the NAU Dean's List carrying a 3.3 GPA. Congratulations to these impressive young men.
For all the winners and information on the 2019-2020 National Football Foundation Valley of the Sun Scholar Athlete class, log on to aznff.org. That's aznff.org, aznff.org. Hustle, attitude, toughness, that's what makes football. That is the Hat Award, a distinguished honor each and every year, bestowed by the National Football Foundation Valley of the Sun chapter. Here's Devin Henry.
The Hat moniker was created by longtime Valley sports executive Eric Widmark. To hustle, have a great attitude, and to have toughness. This year's recipient of the Hat Award is Daniel L. Wood from Highland High School, a 2-time All-State performer for the Hawks. Wood demonstrated his hustle, attitude, and toughness by playing on both sides of the football at running back and a linebacker. His 4.53 grade point average tells you all you need to know about his commitment to the classroom. Daniel L. Wood, this year's Hat Award winner.
Finally tonight, the distinguished Arizonan. And this year, there's 2 of them. And you know them well if you've been around the Valley of the Sun chapter for any amount of time. Bill and Janie Riddle have gotten it done for 30-plus years here in the Valley. For so many youth leagues, for so many of these scholar athletes, for so much that is done behind the scenes, which is the best kind of charity of all. This year's distinguished Arizonans, Bill and Ginny Riddle. I caught up with them earlier. Good to see you two smiling faces. Bill, let's start with you. What does this award mean to the two of you? Then we'll hear from Ginny, but Bill, what does it mean to you?
Well, I think it's the usual answer is we don't do it for awards. So it's a labor of love, certainly appreciated, but there are a lot of Arizonans that contribute to youth football.
Ginny?
I agree with him on that aspect too. We give back to the community because we want to, we love to, and make people happy, and especially our athletes and all the awards plaques that we have in our lobbies. There's probably close to 200 of youth athletic plaques of where we have sponsored, because watching these kids grow up is just unbelievable.
Ginny, the attraction of this from when you first started, from your point of view, to where it is now, could you have ever imagined it would be this big? Forget about the award for a minute, just this big and all the kids that you've taken care of.
Well, I followed Bill into the chapter about 3 years later and helped with the golf tournaments. That's what I don't play golf. I'm horrible at golf, but I like to put them together and coordinate them and make everyone have a great day out in the community. But no, our chapter has grown. We've developed some new awards and partnerships with like Talking Stick, Casino Arizona, Lerner and Rowe, Shamrock Foods, Crescent Crown. We've got a lot of people out there that we've brought on board with us that just love doing what we do.
No, in the Fiesta Bowl, I think having them involved in such a big way shows the commitment on the college front. You know, Arizona State and U of A, NAU, Arizona Christian, Ottawa University, all the high schools. This is the signature event, in my opinion, in all of Arizona. And I know this is a tough time with COVID-19, but to see everybody come together and to make sure that you two get honored as distinguished Arizonans. And to that end, when you were told that it was going to be an award for the two of you, what was your initial reaction?
Well, Bill, as he said before, he doesn't do any of this giving back to the community and volunteering for an award, and neither do I. I know it's an honor, and Eric Widmark is behind this as well, and it's one of his wishes. These young men could not be honored in a banquet setting, and we canceled it twice, but what you're doing for us and honoring these kids as we go along little bit by little bit. We're in the process of printing the program, so there will be a printed program, and every parent and every coach will get a copy, and so they can see what their young person achieved through us as well. And then we have all their gifts. You know, they will also get a commemorative football similar to what ours is right there. Even if you're honorable mention, once you're a scholar athlete, you are always a scholar athlete, and you can put that on your resume for life.
The NFF nationally, the two of you went back to New York City in December for Jake Plummer going in, and just working with the NFF together on all this and how it all comes together nationally with the NFF.
Well, the National Football Foundation considers our chapter in the top 5 across the nation. There's 120 chapters, and they've always considered us, you know, to be in the top 5, doing so much and designing and creating new programs and making programs available to our young athletes. And as far as the New York trip we went to, one of Bill's lists, one thing he wanted to do was see Jake Plummer go in the Hall of Fame. And that was such an honor to be there, and it was exciting.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, guys, congratulations on the award. We appreciate you being able to join us tonight and talk about being the distinguished Arizonans of 2020 with the National Football Foundation. Bill and Ginny Riddle, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Brad.
Earlier in the show, we brought you the story of the Fiesta Bowl Scholar Athlete of the Year, Jake Martinelli, the quarterback from Horizon High School. We've learned now that Jake has been nominated for the NFF National Scholar Athlete of the Year winner. He'll find out later this year. Well, this half hour has gone quick. There's been so many winners, so much to be excited about, even during this period where we're all apart from one another. It's great to see all the academic success off the field, and the great play on it. And that's our show tonight from here at the Hilton Scottsdale. We want to thank everybody involved behind the scenes, all the partners, all the sponsors that made this show happen. We look forward to seeing you again in person next year.